Well, hi everybody. This is Angelo Quinones and you reach I Am Ministries. I Am Ministries is designed to give you dependable and accurate answers that come straight from God's holy and inspired word, the Bible. And I'm, involved in a series entitled The Full Greek Construction, a series, and that really focuses upon John 1, A, B, and C and all its glory. So, I really want people to understand John 1, A, B, and C so they can deal with the witnesses. This is really, the second reason for the ministry. The first reason is evangelical in nature, is to spread the good news of the Evangelion, the gospel of Christ our Lord, right? That he was crucified and was raised up from the dead on the third day, bodily, by the way, okay? So, but I'm doing the Greek alphabet because it's going to help you in the full Greek construction series. So that's why I'm doing it. So, let me try to press alpha there to the top left and see what we could come up with. Okay, let's press the omega. And over here, on the light color background, because there are people who are I'm visually impaired, so I understand what it is to see things in the wrong way, okay? I'm legally blind. I see everything small. As a matter of fact, I'm using a magnifying glass right now. And, so I'm not going to be saying any colors or anything like that because the thing is that there are some people that are colorblind. We have to be careful with that. Especially college professors have to be careful with putting things in red, yellow, green, blue. And some people can't even see it. A high percentage of people can't see that. Okay, so right here is the capital sigma. Okay, now this is a nice little game, so we have to match. Is it P? Is it sigma? I gave it away. Is it chi or is it eta? So anyway, let's press it. Let's press sigma, S-I-G-M-A, because this is a capital S in Greek. You're gonna see this in Simon's name, right? You're going to see this in, let me see, Solomon's name, right? And on it goes. Okay, so you're going to see that. As a matter of fact, you're going to see this in the unctual for the sigma and logos in my manuscript that I made. Well, I was stuck with capital sigma. It really doesn't go, I use the abbreviation lambda and sigma. But I had to use a capital sigma because I was using capital letters, and so I couldn't do anything else, and I couldn't use a capital C, so that was out. So that can help you anyway in my manuscript, in checking out the manuscript that I made using a Corel Video Studio Pro X6 Boris Graffiti, using the wonderful Greek letters that appear there, just letters in all, and you could put it into the Greek. Well, this is sigma, and so this is a capital S, and so it's sigma. Now, the letter, before I get into alpha, the letter sigma means to synchronize. I think that's why it was used for the future tense formative, okay? When you want to put something in the future tense, like stesetai, okay, you will put a sigma, okay, between the stem and even though a letter lengthened there in Micah chapter 5 verse 3 in the Greek Septuagint, he will stand. You get the he from the context, so you put the tense formative there, which points out the future. We do it with the word will. The Greeks put a s, okay, in the middle of a word. And in this situation, right before the connecting vowel, which connects to the ankle bone, okay, which connects to the personal ending. So, verbs has, personal endings and stuff like that. I think it's really good to introduce this stuff when you're doing the alphabet, because you can really slap people in the face with this stuff, later on, and they're lost. Okay, so really try to tell them what the letters K mean. Like alpha right here means rising, okay, you understand? But what the letters can do, okay? Well, alpha, this is capital alpha, and it's to our chagrin that it doesn't have the small letter here. This is, maybe I can get somewhere else go to somewhere else in this app, and then I'll see the small letter. But for now, we'll just do the unctuals, the capitals. Okay. So we have a choice: Rho, Theta, Alpha, or Upsilon. So this is a capital A, and you'll find it in Anthropos, which can mean man, right? Angelos, which means angel or messenger. In Adam's name, Adam, and Abraham's name, and you see it in the beginning of definitely of names, and then you can see it in the beginning of a sentence, so with the other words. But I'm just saying, Abraham's name, you see it there. You see it in the Greek word kai, when it's capitalized, all the letters, like in Sinaiticus, or whatever you want to call it, Sinaiticus, Sinaiticus, or Vaticanus. I mean, so you'll see it there. You'll see this as an unctual letter, it's a capital letter. So alpha is to the bottom left, so let me press that. Now let's go on. Now this is phi, like in phi, fi, fo, fa, my. And I don't really like the words that follow, but anyway. This is the PH letter in Greek, okay? A PH letter in Greek. And now it switches. It has the spelling on the top and the Greek letters on the bottom. Okay, so you have lambda to the top left. You have zeta, okay, to the top right. You have phi to the top, to the bottom left, and to the bottom right, you have beta, nowadays called vita. Okay, so let's press that. Now there's a D sounding sound in the front of zeta, nowadays called in modern Greek zeta, but it's still a Z sound. I mean, well, you want to put the D, it's very hard to do, so I just will stick with just practicing the Z sound for now. Okay? Okay, but this is a phi, a PH, like in the book of Philippians, or like in the letter for light, phos, or false. The Omicron nowadays is called Omicron. Okay, fine. Don't mix the two. Don't push, a modern Greek into biblical Greek. You're gonna have chaos. You're gonna change. First of all, you're gonna change. You can change a meaning of a word by doing that, and you can have participles sounding like other things, and you could have genitive, accusative singulars like a tanteon sound like a genitive plural, tanteon. I mean, you have, articles sounding like relative pronouns. I mean, you can have chaos. Just stay with one or the other. Be consistent and be accurate, okay? Phi. There you go. PH letter, phi. So it's the bottom left one. All right. So now we have mu, nowadays called me, okay? I'm being guided by what's up above. Okay, what's up above is the MU. That's the spelling of the letter mu. The equivalent to this. Okay, well, I think that is the other way around. But the Greek is equal to the Hebrew because the Hebrew came first. Okay, that's the first language upon this earth. Probably Hebrew was written on the forehead of Cain. Okay, and nowadays this is called me, but it's still an M. The equivalent to this would be mem in Hebrew. Okay, mem, M-E-M. But this is mu. And so we have a choice between the top left, which is C. It's a PS letter, like an oops, flips, lips, laps, pipes. I mean, so a lot of PS ending words there. I was going to say like psychology and stuff like that, but you don't sound off the P. That's the problem with that, okay? All right, so that's not it, though. P.S., okay, the false god's weapon, trident, that's not it. To the top right, that might be it. We'll check that out later. The bottom left is not it. The E, capital E, epsilon, that's not it. Very important letter, by the way, in Greek. One of the most important letters in Greek is that E. It's the epsilon. Okay, but we'll check it out later. And iota, that's an important letter too, also in Greek. They're all important, but some more than others. I mean, there were 3 letters that were not deemed to be important because they were dropped off. Parakisma, stuff like that has to do with pregnancy or whatever the case may be. right? There was a W letter in Greek that was dropped off. I mean, this was like three letters that I could come up with that were dropped off. You know what I'm saying? So the upper right one is the right one, mu, M. So mu is me, or in modern Greek, okay, or mu is M. So that's the one. All right. So next one is delta. Nowadays called like delta, but we'll stick with a D sounding sound because that's what this does. So, well, you have the spelling of the name up above Delta, like Delta Airlines, Delta, and that's the first letter in the name of David. Okay, that's the first letter. It's capitalized. Could it be the upper left one? What do you think? Could it be the P, which is typified by typifying a Greek structure? The P. It's not called pi. It's called P. The upper left one, right? The four letters in like a box. No, it's not that one. Well, is it a T, which is called tau in biblical Greek, but nowadays it's called tough. Like I'm tough, man. You know. Can it be the O? Omicron, nowadays called Omicron, or the triangle letter shaped thing. Could it be that? That's the D. The triangle shaped object, okay, or letter is the D in biblical Greek, okay? Delta. Triangle. There's no other letter that looks like this, so it's very easy to detect, okay? You can see it in the word dia in unctual writing, or if that preposition is in the beginning of a sentence, you'll find it capitalized even in our modern Greek Bibles. So you can see it reduplicate. Delta can reduplicate. Okay, delta epsilon delta. Okay, so that's the deal. And some of these letters can reduplicate. Like in the word tetelestai, you see that T on the right hand side of the box? That T can reduplicate in the perfect tense. The debt has been paid in full, that's the perfect tense. That'll be tetelestai. The debt has been paid in full. That'll be TET. The beginning of the word will be TET. I'm not saying the root of the word, I'm just saying the beginning of that word, when it's spelled like that. TET, that's it reduplicated. So it's good to mention that letters can reduplicate, okay? They'll just reduplicate the tau, so you have TT in the beginning of that verb, but they don't like to say TT, so they'll put an E in the middle of that to sort of connect it, okay? So anyway, delta is the triangle-shaped letter, and that's the deal, and that's the D, okay? All right, let's go to kappa now. Kappa, well, it's easy. It looks like a K, and when it's small, it looks like a K. So that's easy. So that's kappa. And you see that in the Greek word kurios, which can mean Lord and or master. I mean, you see it in the Greek word kai, which is a Greek conjunction. You understand what I'm saying? So you see it in, I think you see it in Nicodemus's name. Nicodemus? You might see it there. And so that's just the deal. So that's kappa, that's a K, so that's easy. Look at that. That's a nice trick. You have gamma there, and you have kappa there. Okay. You also have alpha, and you also have nu. Kappa. Let's pick that. Beta. So we have a choice. The B, is it the B? Beta? Well, that's a dead giveaway. Is it the upsilon, which looks like a Y? That's like a U. And then you have a theta and a eta. Hello. So what is it? Well, it's beta. You see it in Abraham's name. And you see it in, let me see, a lot of words like Abaddon. Yeah, you're right. And then you see Bathos, the depths of God. Yes. Oh, the door's locked? Okay. I'm coming, guys. I locked out my wife and baby. My God. Lock the door. You don't have your key? Okay. Oh God. My knee is killing me, guys. You understand what I'm saying? I had this pain for several days, and it's getting better, but it's still bad.
Hey guys.
Hello, that's my wife, Riza Tapait Quinones, and I don't know what else. Okay. Beta is the B. Beta is the B. B, B, B. Beta is the B. Okay. So, what else is in beta? Okay. It's makes up the beta. Biblios, which means book. Biblios. Bye bye, hon. So, Biblios is. Because you love the jungle. We're in the Philippines, by the way, to my chagrin. But anyway, the jungle woman. That's the Tarzan's. So biblios. That's a word there. Biblios, right? And the genealogy, the book of the genealogy of Jesus. Okay, so that's there in Matthew chapter 1, verse 1. It's hard to to remember what words. And my daughter's laughing at me. So, let me see if I can figure anything else out. And any names like that? There's no names that I could come up with. Oh, Bethlehem. You could see that in Bethlehem, though. So I got one. She could stop laughing, though. Bethlehem, right? And that's just the deal. Hello, my love. Her name is Anna Devane. I got that from General Hospital, secret agent Anna Devane, the sidekick of Robert Scorpio.
The name of my baby is Anna Devane.
Anna Devane, of all names.
Anna Devane. Dako.
I'm waiting for Sean Donnelly, but I don't know if she wants to have another baby.
Donnelly is coming.
Oh, it's coming. Yeah, it's like maybe next year, but that's another topic. But anyway, that's it. So beta, B-E-T-A. Nowadays, this is called Vita. This could be a V in modern Greek or a B. Okay? So I guess if they were like translating Bevakasha from Hebrew, they'll put the the beta there, in both cases. All right, so let's press the B. A pring. And then now we have, what's that, hon? What's that in the white over there? What's that? Oh my God. Oh, I wish I had eyes like that. I'm flying a plane.
It's like
It's an O
O.
called Omicron. Omicron.
What's the name?
Omicron. That O is called Omicron. See, I'm Spanish, by the way. Omicron. So we have 4 choices: Iota, Psi, Omicron. So I told you, and Phi. So this looks like another letter. Be careful with this and the theta, nowadays called theta, which is the th in Greek. Be careful with that, okay? And as a matter of fact, there's a manuscript that had this originally in 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16, and then the E bled through the manuscript, okay? The middle line of the epsilon bled through the page and turned the omicron into a theta. And thus you had God instead of He, okay? Theos instead of Has. But it still means God was manifested in the flesh anyway, because verse 15, okay, has God 2 times as the possible antecedent for Has anyway. So it doesn't make a difference. Just tell the Jehovah's Witness, it doesn't make a difference if it was He was manifested in the flesh or God was manifested in the flesh, okay? Because Theou appears 2 times, including the living God, in verse 15 of chapter 3 of 1 Timothy. Okay? Did you get that, JW? All right, Omicron. Now, this is a very important letter in Greek. It could be used as a connecting vowel. Okay? It could connect the personal ending of a verb, okay, to a transformative or, like that. Okay, so it's one of these connecting letters. Okay, very important, very important. All right, where's Omicron, by the way? Oh my God, oh, it's right there. Ting. What's this letter, hon? What's that letter? Wait, take a guess. What's that letter in Greek? The right there.
R or T?
It's a good guess, but it's way off. No. You'll never get it in a million years. I'll give you 10 more guesses if you want. You'll never get it, honey, my love.
Y.
No. I'm telling you, this is very hard.
X.
X? No. I gave her.
A.
No.
M.
Who?
M.
M like in Mary? No.
N.
N? No.
In the end.
I could have turned it like this and it could have been a V. But no. You give up?
No.
You have 26 letters in the English alphabet.
B.
She'll probably say A, B, C, D, you know, like that, you know.
A, B, C, D,
It's-
F, G.
It's a G.
H, I, J, K.
It's a G. Gamma. Gamma. It's a G. It's a capital G. It looks like an incomplete capital F, but this is a G in Greek. Equal to the Gimel in Hebrew. Equal to the G in English. Okay. You see it in the word Galilee. You see it in the word Galatians. And you see it in the word Gamaliel or Gabriel, the angel Gabriel, in Luke chapter 1. So you see it in some places. I mean, you see it. This is a very important letter to know because if you want to find the book of Galatians and everything is in Greek, I have found it very difficult to find the book of Galatians because this doesn't look like anything like a G. But it's a G. Gamma. So what's the choice? You have Chi, you have Alpha, you have Chi, and you have Gamma. What's the next letter? Oh, this is a good one for my wife. What's this one? What's this one on the top one?
H.
But it's not an H though.
S.
An S? No.
E.
A what?
A. E.
Yes. This is an E. Very good. Not that bad. Not that bad. It was a lucky guess. Very good. Very good. Good girl. Good girl. This is called eta in biblical Greek, and this is called eta in modern Greek. This is an E like in the word they. So you see it in the Greek word ein, which means was. You see it in the word arche when it's capitalized. Remember, this is a capital letter. The word that means beginning or ruler, so you see it there. Remember, you're going to see it in unctual writings. You're not going to see it like this in the word arche in regular Bibles, okay? You're not going to see that. This is a long E letter. There is another E in Greek, but this is what it is. And then the small eta looks like a little tiny N. Okay, so that's kind of tricky. It's not an N. If you're looking at a little tiny N-looking letter, it's not an N, it's an E, like in the word they. So you see the choices. Omega, I already told you. Omega, delta, sigma, and this is eta. Nowadays called eta. So let me press it. Okay. So let's go on. I'll close the door, honey, if you're leaving. Okay, the next letter is upsilon. What's your choice? Okay, it's spelled out now. So what's your choice? Either one of the top or one of the bottom. Okay. Which one? Well, you have epsilon. Okay. Then E, but that's not it. And then you have iota, which is an I. That's not it. And then you have a nu. That's not it. Okay. Nowadays called ni. And then you have the Y-looking letter, which can be transliterated into a U. That's what it is. Upsilon. Okay. The capital Upsilon looks like that. Okay. A capital Y. So be careful with that. Alright, so the next letter is zeta. Zeta. And so you have your choices. You have your P to the upper left, your mu or mi to the upper right, and then your kappa to the bottom left, and there you go. Zeta to the bottom right. So this is zeta, this is a Z in Greek. Very easy. You see it in the word Zoe, which is a feminine word, Zoe. Hey Zoe, I am the life, and that appears in John chapter 14, verse 6. I am the life, that's a feminine word. As a matter of fact, hadas is a feminine word. Hey hadas. Very strange for it to be a feminine word because that's the second declension noun. Okay, and yet it's feminine. So it's very, very hard to but that has an article. Okay. If it didn't have an article, you could just say, oh, wow, that looks like a masculine word. It's not. It's feminine. Bio could have been used, but that wasn't used by the Holy Spirit. Zoe, life, is used. And it also appears, I believe, in verse 4, chapter 1 of John's Gospel. All right, so, and that could be used in Zechariah's name, maybe Zechariah in the Greek Septuagint. I have to check that out. Okay. And that's just it. Maybe the sons of Zebedee. I gotta check that out. That's kind of interesting. So let's poke the bear, Z. The next one is Chi. Now, very interesting. This is a guttural letter, Chi, found in the word arche, nowadays called archi, beginning, there in John 1:1a. And the title of that, I entitled that Subsistence. John 1:1b, Intercommunion/Relationship. John 1:1c, Nature/Essence. Those are the titles for those three individual declarative, indicative, independent clauses. So Chi, and so it's not an X. It looks like an X, but it's not an X. The thing about Greek, it has letters that looks like our English letters, and for the most part, they're not. And some of them are, like, when it's ni or nu is capitalized and stuff like that.
I see the other, not other.
Huh?
The other letters.
Well, you want to see this one here on the screen?
Yeah, I see.
This one's a tough one, hon.
I see the other letter.
Well, there's one right here. Well, let me see if you can. Let me see. Wait for a second. Well, it says over here, Chi. Which one is that? Chi. Which one? The Chi is a CH. Which one?
Yeah,
Chi.
like that.
The X looking letter? Yes. That's not an X, but that's a Chi. Yes. That's a CH. Okay, in the word arche. And like that. Okay? So you're right. The other choices were Psi, and then Theta, and then Beta. Okay? Nowadays called Vita, the Beta, and the Theta nowadays called Vita, and all of that other good stuff. Incidentally, the Psi is a weapon of the false god Poseidon, the god of the sea. False god. So that sort of like trident. Okay? That's a PS letter. I think I already spoke about that. So Chi is the X looking letter. That's not an X though, but that's the CH letter.
What's the other one?
This is easy, hon. I mean, goodness gracious.
See.
That's a T. It's called tau in Greek. What are you eating, hon? Fish? What's that? Oh, honey, spaghetti?
That's not
No, I don't want to eat now. I don't want to eat. That's a T. Yes, it is a T. It's called tau in Greek, in biblical Greek. Nowadays, to like today, that's called tough. Like, I'm tough, man. I'm tough. You understand?
What's the other?
Well, let me get into this first. You can see that when everything is capitalized in unusual manuscripts, in the word tetelestai, Jesus said tetelestai. The debt has been paid in full. I paid what you owed in full. Tetelestai. He said that at the cross. And that's a letter found twice there in that word. Tetelestai. The debt has been paid in full. You don't have to pay for anything for your salvation. I paid it for you. He said that on the cross. Tetelestai. Tetelestai. But you had eta there, and then you had epsilon. That's not an E. You have upsilon, but that's not that. She was right. Tau. It's a T. The next one, oh, this is going to be a hard one for her. What's that, hon?
R?
That's an R? It looks like a whole bunch of books put together.
What's that?
Take like 3 more guesses. I can give you to tomorrow.
L?
You're not going to get it. Okay. No.
D?
No.
X?
Yeah. You said X?
Yeah.
Yes. That's an X. That's called, okay, all right, Xi. It's like KS. Ksi. Kasi. Ksi. 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 That's an X in Greek. You see that in the Greek word exekesata, that he has explained him. Verse 18, chapter 1 of John. Jesus came to explain or exegete the Father. You find that there. You see it in the Acts of the Apostles. When that book is capitalized, the title of the book, praxis, means acts, and then you see that there. That's the only time that you're going to see that there in the Bible capitalized. Okay, that X, you see it in the word sarx when it is capitalized. All, when you see a capitalized based Bible, when everything is capitalized, like the ancient books, the old books of the Bible, the old manuscripts of the Bible, you see it there in the word sarx, which means flesh. Sarx. Okay, so that's an X. Your choices were rho, delta, lambda, and then xi. But actually it says xi, but sometimes it'll be ks. Pick that. What is that? And what's that? What's that? This is a good test. What's that
M.
letter? M? No.
R.
It looks like a P. It's not a P. That is an R. Huh? So they're pretty good, my love. Yeah, that is an R. It's called ro. Don't say ro, say ro. Ro. R. Very strong. The Greeks like it. Ro. Like and then you see in that's the first letter in the word Rome, which means Rome. The Roman city, like that. And so that's just the deal. You see it in the word, okay, arche, which means beginning or ruler. You see it there. Okay, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. You see it in the second word there, which means beginning. Arche, you see it there. Okay, so that's a R, capital R. The other choices were mu, gamma, and alpha, but the rho is right there. Oh, this is a good test for my wife before she goes to the kitchen. What's that, hon?
S.
No.
P.
It looks like a capital A, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No.
S. L.
Yes. L. It's an L. Lambda. Lambda. Ah, but you're seeing the thing in the bottom over there. But I don't think she chose it from there because she wasn't even telling me the other ones like sigma. But she asked that she said S though. I don't know if she was cheating. Okay, but anyway, she could look at the choices, And that's a capital L. You see it in the word logos, which means word, logic, reason. Is a proper name there in John 1:1, A, B, and C, all across the board. Okay, 17 Greek words there in John 1:1. More than about 51 or 50 Greek letters, about 14 or 15 different Greek letters. Okay, it's not until you get to verse 22 that you have the complete alphabet of the Greek. I think the last letter there that I found to complete the alphabet was Psi. I think that was the thing. Not important. 5 Greek words in John 1:1a, 7 Greek words in John 1:1b, 5 Greek words in John 1:1c. So that's just it. So that's an L. That's lambda. Lambda looks like an incomplete capital A, but if you're looking at an incomplete capital A, you're looking at lambda. Now remember, these are only the capital letters. The smaller letters look different sometimes than the capitals. Be careful with that. So lambda is the deal.
What else?
We have this. What's that?
Oh my God.
What's that? It's like headphones that you use. Headphones. Is that what it is?
That's T.
No.
That's A.
A? No.
No, not A.
Like what?
That's A.
No, it's not an A. It's not an E.
I.
No, it's not an I.
Oh my God, what's that? Q?
Q? It's a good guess, but it's not a Q. It's not.
Oh.
Yes, it's an O, like in the word home. Not like in the word hot, but like in the word home. That's omega.
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 Delta.
God said, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. That's the last letter.
I am the beginning
And the end. That's what he said. Omega. So which one? Press Omega, hon. Omega, press it.
Omega.
Press the Omega, hon.
The omega is right.
Okay, press it. Don't ruin my score, okay? I think I have a perfect score, my love. Honey, what's that? What's that letter? What is it?
That's K.
No. No, hon.
That.
It's in the word for God.
God.
Remember I told you the word for God?
B.
No, it's not B, my love.
That's the.
You're close. It has another letter after the T though.
That's E.
Okay, put that. Oh God, I gave it away. Put that over there. Put that over there. TH. That's a TH. That's called theta. Theta in Greek. That's the first letter in God's in the word for God. Theos. That's the first letter. That's a TH in Greek. Okay, Greek. Pospai. How's it going? Pospai in Greek. Let me see. Kalinikta. Kalinikta. Good night in Greek. Okay? Okay, my love? All right.
How did you know that?
I study hard, my love. Okay, praise God. Who gets the glory?
God.
God. Okay, so that's a TH in Greek. So you see it in Thomas's name, Thomas. You see it in the word for God, Theos. It's just. You see it in the word anthropos, which means man. So that's just the deal. And you see it in personal endings also. In personal endings in Greek verbs. So this is a very important letter. This is a very important letter. Theta, nowadays called theta. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? You see it in Dorothy's name and Theodore's name, like that. They have God in the name, Theodore and Dorothy. You understand what I mean? So the choices were beta, theta, kappa, and epsilon. So let's press theta. What's this, Han? Oh my gosh, she'll never get it in a million years. What is that letter?
G.
No.
Oh
No.
my God, it's P.
Yeah, let's go. You can use that. That's okay. But what is it? P what?
PC.
Psi. Psi. It's like in the word pipes. The PS, like in oops, pipes, laps, lips, ships. It's a PS letter in Greek, okay? And I already described it. That's a weapon. The false god. What's his face? Poseidon. I think Poseidon. I forgot I think the Poseidon is that the false god? The god of the sea, Poseidon. That's the trident. Okay, that's the trident. That's the weapon of that false god. Okay, so that's why it looks like a trident. Well, and the choices were C, PSI. That's the one, top left, and then you have the P. So that was close. That was tricky. And then you have gamma, and then you have omicron. So it's C. It's the left, top left. All right. Now, honey, what's this one?
That's
What is it?
S.
No. The top. We're talking about the top letter in a white background. That's white background, hon.
The
Wait.
top, that's a Z.
It's not a Z.
You see the top. U.
Yeah, this right here.
U.
It's not a U. No.
P.
P. It's a P. It's P. Like in Peter, the Greek is Petros. And then you see it in the word prosopon, which means face. Over here is noun.
No.
Cara in Spanish.
No.
And then you see it in Pontius Pilate's name, and you see it in the preposition pros. You see it in the word for spirit, pneuma.
Panuma.
You leaving, hon? In pneuma, for spirit.
Panuma?
Pneuma means spirit in Greek. Spirit. Pneuma. Pneuma. That's the first letter in that word. The P can reduplicate, and that's just the deal. Okay? So, what else it could be found? Let me see. I have to think. I said Petros for Peter. Pros or means it means a with, like a facing, pros and regard. What other? Pilate's name. This P looking letter, not P looking letter, but this P letter in Greek, it looks like a temple. That's what it's meant to be. It's meant to look like a temple, like a building. That's exactly what it's typifying. What else can that be? Pure, fire, pure. So this letter is in fire, pure. It'll be Aish in Hebrew for fire. Aish. Fuego in Spanish. What's fire in Filipino, hon? Fire.
Kayo.
Eh?
Kayo.
Tayo?
Kayo.
Kayo? Something like that. Now, what else can this be? Philippians. It'll be in the book of Philippians. It'll be there. Philippians. The P will be there. Philippians. Praxis Apostolon, the Acts of the Apostles, and be in the word Acts. Praxis. I already mentioned that. Praxis. What else? I mean, I can't think off the top of my head what else will be with the P. But I mean, several words, I guess. Okay. Doesn't come to my mind. Okay. All right. So let's pick the P. So because that's what it is. Okay, honey. What's that? Yes, N. It's called nu in Greek. Nowadays, it's called ni. There's different ways to pronounce Greek. You know, the old way be nu. Nowadays is ni. Like my bad knee, like that. You understand what I'm saying? This was killing me. This will be in the word. Oh my God. This will be in the word Nicodemus. The one who came to Jesus by night. It's called the genitive of time. He came to Jesus by night, asking him a question, or speaking to him, wanting to ask him things. I guess Nazareth, the place where Jesus grew up, and that's just a deal. The deal is a deal. Is in the word kalinikta, which means night, right? All right, so let's go on. So that's an N. She's correct. And it's called nu. Now, the one that's equal to this in Hebrew will be nun. It's called nun in Hebrew. All right, honey, what's dish? Yes, it's an E. Very important letter in Greek because this could be used as a connecting vowel to connect things in a word. To connect things in a word. So this is very important. Connecting vowel. I'll say it right off the bat. Like I said, it should be taught. And when people are talking about the alphabet, the Greek alphabet, they should say what these things can do. And this could be a connecting vowel. It also could be in the beginning of a word like egeneto to point out the aorist tense. That an action has been completed. Egeneto. He became flesh. Right? Egeneto. Right? So an aorist is an action that has been completed, and so that's just the deal. So this could be a connecting vowel. This could be an augment, and that's the augment. The E in front of a word is augment. I was trying to teach my wife the other day about ed, about adding ed and the end of a verb. He kicked the ball. Ed. Well, that's what this E can do in Greek. I'm going to show you the completed action, the aorist tense. Very important word. You see it in the word pneuma, right? Do you see it in the word pneuma? I believe so. Okay. You see it in the word me, which means me in Greek. You see it there. Okay. You see it in the word for one, haste. You see it in the word for into, ace. You see it in the word for in, n. You see it in those prepositions. You see it in a lot of words. Meson, which means greater. Kreton, which means better. And there's a difference. There's a big difference. That's why John 14:28 doesn't say kreton, it says meson. Very important. Okay? So this E is all over the place. Okay? Very important letter in Greek. Praise the Lord. He gets the glory, not me. Epsilon. Let's press that. Well, that's what it's called. Epsilon. Okay. And that's iota. That's I. I'm just trying to find one. Oh, okay. So I finished. What did I do? What was my score? Level completed. 24, result 24, but it doesn't give you a score. I mean, it's just other levels. It doesn't really give you a score, though. I should say like 100% or something like that. That's the only thing I don't like about this. But anyway, this is Angelo Quinones giving glory. Say bye, hon.
Bye.
This is gonna be a nice little video. My wife is in the video. This is Angelo Quinones giving glory to the God of Israel. God is not the God of the dead, but of the living, and that means that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are still alive right now. When he said, God is not the God of the dead, but of the living, because he said, I am the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. Okay, he said that to Moses, and Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob died way before Moses was born. And he still said, I am. Not that I was, but I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That means that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, even though they died, they were still very much alive. Take care, guys. Now, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up and a nice little comment on the screen. Thanks, guys. Take care.